What's up, everybody? Cody DeQuisto here, and welcome back to the Dying Breed Bowhunter YouTube page. I'm stoked about today's video. I've been getting a lot of requests on my van setup, and I'm going to give you guys a complete walkthrough. I have been hunting out of travel rigs for as long as I can remember. When I was 15 years old, I took an old enclosed trailer and I built it out to be my little home away from home when I was out of state hunting, and I've been doing that ever since. I went from a trailer to a Jeep to various truck camping setups, and I've found myself now in the van life, and I love it. So I've been getting a lot of requests over the years for people to see the inside of the van, see how I have it set up, and I'm excited to show you guys that today. All right, guys, we just pulled into an out-of-state hunt. We got everything pretty much set up. I got all my hunting gear scattered around here, and we're gonna get ready to hit the woods tonight, but I wanted to give you guys a walkthrough. Yeah, so here it is. You know, nothing about this build was overly complicated. It's kind of a budget build, to be honest. Kind of blew the whole load on the van itself. So when redoing the van, I kind of put the most money into the insulation.
Is that our insulation?
And just used piecemeal leftover lumber that I had from just a bunch of different products. So
like Daddy's, huh?
I like handmade these shelves up here out of old pallets. I pulled this out of the dump and just kind of refinished it and made it look distressed. And this is my little kitchen setup. I used a very thin little like shiplap paneling for all the walls and the ceiling. Really trying to go for like a whiskey barrel type look and homey. You know, I see a lot of vans on the road and a lot of people that put big money into vans, and they're so like modern and sleek, and I don't know, I just don't dig that stuff. I like more rough, rustic, hippie vibe type thing. So anyway, what I did what I'm most jacked about, so I used it's called a company called Havelock Wool. I think they're out of the West Coast somewhere, but this whole van is insulated with sheep's wool. So that was the first step, is I had to nail up like fairing strips, like 1x3s. I put along the whole sides, the ceiling, and that was kind of my foundation for nailing all the paneling. Didn't do anything with the floor, nothing special, because I can hose this thing out, and I got the rubber matting. Do have insulation under the floor as well. And really just kind of, yeah, just really made it homey. So this Transit in particular is rigged up with dual batteries. So everything gets powered either by the accessory battery in the van or my EcoFlow little power bank there. So that's a 1600 watt, I believe. That powers my Dometic. I have it rigged up to where it charges when I drive, and I also have it rigged up to a solar panel I can set outside. I would ultimately like to set up like permanent solar on the roof rack, but that's not done yet. I get by pretty fine with this. And as you can see here, I kind of got my Dometic fridge. This thing is just banger. So I mean, it does awesome. I think this one right here is like the 64. I got 4 kids, a wife, and we do a lot of travel in the van too. So like this is pertinent, and I eat a lot, so I put a lot of my food in there. Actually, we can open this up real quick, right? Yeah, very spacious. Dometic makes some awesome products. But this right here is really where I kind of do my working. You know, I got the swivel chairs up front, so both the captain seats, they swivel 360. So I have that set up, you know, sideways normally. So I'll do computer work, you know, take notes and do some phone calls and stuff over there. So that's my little office. All right, this obviously is my bed. This is just a simple little frame that I have in here for the hunting season, and I got a Hest mattress in there. So I mean, if anybody's looking for a car camping mattress, Hest is like banging. So I got that set up. The reason I have this here and not elsewhere in the back like a lot of people have van builds is I do got 4 kids, and I have this so I can pop this bed out, and I actually have 2 bench seats that I toss in here for when I'm traveling with the family. So this is a really simple, easy bed deck that I can have in here when I'm alone, but also pop out and you know, replace when I'm traveling with the family. Yeah, so when I was framing this thing out, I really wanted to try and utilize as much as those the wall pockets as possible. So I just did like built-in, almost window frames just to get some storage. And then I ran bungee netting, so I can put a lot of clothes there and just anything random. I got my books over there, random radios and things like that. But these bungees are awesome. I'm probably going to end up putting some bungees under this shelf as well. The more of that storage, the better. I just toss all stuff. Even the back of the doors is complete bungees, and I can easily stuff clothes in there and gear. All right, so right here I got just a elevated shelf here, pretty sturdy. It was a secondary bed for a little while for my daughter, but I raised it up, and now I just have it for, it's sort of a pantry and just holds a bunch of gear, so I can still, what was super important for me about the build was keeping this. I originally actually had the wraparound bench that I made, but I pulled out the middle, and now I can pull my e-bike in here, and I can have a bunch of hunting gear and just easily sweep it out. But yeah, I just store gear up here. All my food goes up that way. Got the Milwaukee fan, that's an essential. I don't have a rooftop fan in this yet. I do have one, I just haven't cut the top out yet. So, but I use a lot of Milwaukee accessories. I got the Milwaukee accessory power bank and then the fan, and they work awesome. So this is where I keep my food up there. Got another handmade shelf up here by some old pallets, and just keep my coffee cups and things of that. Spice racks, you know, really all self-explanatory. This, you still rolling? Mm-hmm. Here we got our microwave, store some clothes in there, some filming gear, boots, just a bunch of different stuff. My cooking utensils when we're traveling. Junk drawer. Every Midwestern household has a junk drawer. That's this. All right, as you know, I'm kind of a fitness nut, so I always travel with a couple kettlebells, mace bell or two, some bands, and then I have I got my hangboard here, pull-ups, finger strength, stuff like that. And then I also have this. This is just piping that I rigged with U-clamps off the roof rack, and I can actually get some pull-up. You know, it's my pull-up bar, so I can get my pull-ups in right there. And usually I'll rig bands off of the receiver hitch, and I can get some good workouts on the road. Up there I got a Thule. That's a 5-person tent, so it's awesome. I just keep it on the roof rack at all times. I use it a lot when I'm traveling with the kids. Me and my girls will sleep up there, and my wife might sleep inside with my sons or whatever. Or if I'm traveling with a buddy and they need a place to crash and we meet at an out-of-state hunt, like it's fair game. So I love having that up there. I usually don't use it much when I'm solo, but it's nice to have. So up here we got a full aluminum roof rack. So from front to back, this is a company called Flatline Van Co. They make some awesome products. Got the full ladder on the side. That roof rack is so big, even on top of the tent being up there, I can put a couple lawn chairs up there. I'll park this at a high location, do a lot of glassing up there, so it's really cool, man. It's so sturdy. Got all my tie downs up here. I have LED lights. I got a couple more to rig up, but I have them on the other side for cooking and stuff under the awning, and I'm ultimately going to put them 360. This right here is another addition, not the tire itself, but the actual tire rack to get that spare on the back, and it's pretty sturdy. So between that and the storage box, also what I have that's not on here right now is I got one of those bike racks that latches onto the spare tire, so that way I can run a bike on the outside too. Like if I'm taking my pedal bike somewhere and I don't want to put it inside the cab, I got the option for that as well. All right, definitely one of the top key pieces of gear that I've bought for the van. I have the big roof rack up there, which is entire length, so that's like a 12-foot roof rack. So I mean, any gear storage. I got the rooftop tent, but this awning It's a 13-foot Fiamma awning, I think, but hands down one of the best things for rainy weather and just sun, all that. That's what I love about the van, really. Like, there's nothing to set up. Even when I'm traveling long distances across the country, I can just pull off at any rest stop. I can pull off at any Walmart, any random gas station, walk right through the passageway up front, and be in my home, essentially. I can cook stuff. I can crash. If I'm, pulling an all-nighter, driving through state, I can just get a couple hours, pop back on. If the weather's bad, I don't have to get out and get into the cab of my truck and all that stuff. So it's really cool having the ability to just have everything in there. And even when I'm traveling with my bike in the back and all that, it's all accessible. So, like, the space is insane. Alright guys, that's my van build. We're going hunting. We're late as usual. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment, tell us what else you want to see. Thanks again.